Right, so let's try this setup. There are nice waves there, nice set, like a head high I think. Hopefully the sail is not too big. I rig 4.9, pretty standard rig, it's not too shit out or standard rigging. Should be good for today. Hopefully it's not too big, because I see another guy 4.7 pretty powered up, but he's quite light compared to me. So yeah, let's try this multi-feed setup. Waves, very cool. morning. So let's get the sail in the car. Oh, it's gonna be windy hopefully this afternoon. So I'm getting ready for some sailing action. Getting my van ready. And I would like just to show these cool jumpers I've been working on. This one. There's the back. I think are pretty cool. I leave the link in the description of this video. So if you're interested, you can buy online these jumpers. It will help New South Wales Wavesailing Association a lot. And yeah, meantime, getting ready. I wanna switch the fins. So every time I sail in a different tack, I switch the fins. So last few times I was sailing starboard tack, so my fins are set for starboard tack. Today the wind is easterly, so the wind should come opposite direction. So I will change my stance, and I change not my stance, sorry, I would change my fins to sail on the opposite tack. So I will go through that, and I show you some fins I still have for sale if you're interested. So, all right, let's remove this. I had a try the last few months with this K4 asymmetrical, and when it's a little bit onshore, but I would like a little bit more help to do my bottom turn, I like to use this, but I feel like it slow down the board. So if you have a fast board, maybe it's not a big problem, but if you have a board that is already a little bit slow, maybe could be an issue, because the profile of this is quite bigger than this one. But last time I did really like this setup, even though the wind was offshore, was a little bit on side on. I had a feeling that the board was just on a rail. I could really drive my turn really good. So a really positive feedback with this setup. Basically the setup is to having a slightly smaller fins on the rail where you want to do the bottom turn, and a slightly bigger fins, both back fins and rear fins and front fins on the rail where you want to have the cutback. So basically the rail you want to do the cutback, it will hold more, and the other one being a little bit smaller help you having a tighter, easier turn. and this one being asymmetrical is I think this is 3 degrees, really exasperate that concept. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna take the setup I had and switch side, because today hopefully I'm gonna sail port tack. So this rail here, which now having slightly bigger fin, which is a 16 at the back and 10 in the front, is gonna be my bottom turn rail. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put this fin here, the other side, because this one is gonna be my cutback rail now. Before doing that, I wanna write something down here. Yeah, because I just opened a box of these, so I want to make sure that this is the new one, because I have some test drive of this. If anyone interested to try these fins, I will leave the description here in the link. So I have a few of these Zulu fin designed by Andrea Rosati. I'm not sure if you're into slalom sailing, but Zulu fins are quite popular for people doing slalom. I think they do foils as well. This version here is completely carbon, very nice flex, quite stiff, but I like that. They keep the profile and they're very fast. It's something I like in the fins. They help to turn a lot, and but same time very fast. Okay, so this one is going here, which is 16. Number 10 goes here. Okay, and then this one is slightly smaller, 15. It goes here, which is the bottom turn rail, and I put this one all the way in the front. this one is going a little bit backward, 1.5 centimeters, a little bit more backward than the other one. Yeah. All right. Okay. So this is 9. And this will go here. Okay. All right. And this is 10. And this is 10. Okay. Should have a new 10. Yeah. So this one is a 10 and it's new. Let me write it down. All right. All right. Yeah. Like basically having the front fin a little bit backward really helps to hold your cutback. So when you push, the board holds and doesn't slide away. And if you move this one forward, helps your bottom turn, but because this is the fin, that the rail that you should do the bottom turn, when you're doing that, doesn't do much. Okay, so this is really important on your bottom turn, and those are very important on your cutback. So that's why I use those one a little bit backward, because you want to push, but you don't want to lose control. You want to always have the board under your feet. And not a big fan of this system slot box, because you have to actually, when every time you change, you have to unscrew like 2, 4, like 8 screw. But it's cool because if you have rocks, you hit something, you lose a fin, but you don't break your board, which is good. All right, so this is the setup. So this will be my bottom turn rail, which is this one on a port tack, and so on this side the fins are a little bit smaller and a little bit forward, and here are a little bit bigger and a little bit backward. If you are in Australia, send me a message. I can send those fins to test drive. I have 2 sets for test drive, and also I have 1 set of rear fins that they have a US box system. So if you want to try those fins in US box, but I only have the rear ones. And so send me a message. I can send you for a test drive. And then if you want to buy, I still got like 3 sets that are 15 rear and 9 front, and another 3 sets with 16 rear and 10 front. And then new models are coming soon, so we do way more sizes, and also thrusters, asymmetrical. So a whole new world is coming up. We're just finalizing the design at the moment. So yeah, this is the setup. Let me go have a try. How does it work?
Okay, so 5 boxes. What does it come standard with?
It comes with a quad because I just felt it works better with a quad. You can use thruster, but for my testing, I like the quad more. Some lighter riders, they like obviously, people have the preferences, but I recommend the board with a quad.
Okay.
And one thing, we also made amazing fins with Zulu fins. Andrea Rosati was testing them. He's crazy about his testing. And our factory, in combination of their shape, our board factory does everything really high quality. And the fins which come with the board are no joke. These are sick fins. So you get a board with really high level carbon fins.
Carbon fin, okay.
Carbon fins with a lot of flex, like with the right flex. I come also from the fin world. So my inputs in the flex, in the reflex and all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for people who don't know, Arnon's got a lot to do with Z fins. I mean.
Yeah. So, yeah, high quality product with really amazing carbon fins. And the most important thing, the thing is unbreakable, which I think is the most important thing for a waveboard.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know what's your take about fins, about trimming the board in general, because I think it's the most underrated fins and board in general is the most underrated item on a windsurfer gear. So yeah, people doesn't play much with fins, even though nowadays the boxes are pretty long, so you can play with the position of the fins. You can play with different, like, if you have asymmetrical, or you can play with different rails, different sides. Also the foot strap. Like, I have the feeling that most of the people, when they got a new board or second-hand board, they get the board, They put the foot strap, they put everything in there, and they leave it, and they don't touch anymore up until you sell the board, or up until the board it breaks, which is good sometimes to have consistency, so you can really work on your performance instead of the gear. But at the same time, it's good to try new setup. Sometime, you know, if you got time, it's good to try different things. Maybe moving the foot strap, increasing the distance between your legs. Maybe you can lower your center of balance, or maybe you can make the board having a little bit more lift, or making the board, or moving the track can have a little bit, putting the nose of the board a little bit down so that the board is a little bit more flat. So yeah, I think sometimes most of us, we are just too bored, or too the conditions are good, I want to go, I want to take the most of the condition, I don't want to lose time, I just got 1 hour, a family, blah blah blah. But I think it's a good thing to move the stuff around, just try different feelings, just move the track, take a couple of waves, move the track, and see how the board is different. You know, changing the foot strap position maybe take a little bit more time, but move the track, or move the fins, move a little bit forward or a little bit backward. It really helps to understand even your next purchase, even what you're looking for your next board. Maybe you realizing that the board wasn't that slow as you thought. Maybe you were just wrong fins, or wrong fins position, or maybe it's just the track. So have a try, and sometimes different fin on a different board maybe save you a purchase. Maybe you're just changing fins instead of changing board, and you can transform, instead of having two board, like one for onshore, one for sideshore conditions, maybe you just on one board. And if you have five boxes, maybe you can change from quad or twin to thruster, and maybe your board gonna work way better in thruster in onshore conditions, or maybe the opposite. So just experiment, have a try, and ask people that maybe they are more experienced than you at your local spot or online. Leave a comment here, and I think will be windsurfer way more experienced than me and than you, that can give a better, an advice. Look, I tried this fin on this board, I tried this position, working really good for me. Just yesterday I was listening a podcast about sales and about how the board can change the sail. So sometimes you have a sail that working really good, but it works really good with a board that maybe doesn't have a lot of lift. Maybe another board and fin doesn't have that much of a lift. The same sail doesn't work really good. So maybe to make it work good, you have to trim the sail differently, or you have to move the track to make the board to lift a little bit more. So yeah, I think windsurf sometimes it's a little bit of a psychopath sport, because of a lot of stuff you can change, a lot of tuning you can do. But I think that's the exciting part, because even something a windsurf part you have for years, at some point you realize, no, maybe I can trim this way, or I can use this accessory, and completely change your your style, improve, and maybe making you stay in the water more, maybe get less tired. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I try to do this techie stuff a little bit more now, a little bit more often, and yeah, let me know what your thoughts, and what you do, and if you do something to trim and to fine tune your gear. I will be interested to know. Okay guys, see you in the water.